Hello, X-Wing fans. JBuzzsaw79. I'm here with the lists that me and my wife are going to use at a 200-point double elimination tournament here. And I'm going to do hers first in no random particular order. The first ship she is flying is a Crixan fighter. She's running Taliban Cobra. Pilot skills 9, 3 attack, 2 defense, 4 hull, the 1 shield with an elite missile elicited for 28 points. 1 attacking or defending, double the effective range bonus. She's actually just flying him as he is the naked Taliban. So, excuse me about my cough. I'm getting over a cold here recently. Next ship she's flying is a M3. She is flying none other than Thru. Pilot skill of 8 to attack, 3 defense dice, 2 hull, 1 shield with an elite for 20 points. When a friendly ship at range 1 is defending, you may reroll 1 dice. So, excuse me, a really good ability. I really like it a lot. Yeah, it's unfortunate Leighton doesn't have an elite slot. I don't know why they did that. But moving on. She's playing the title card, obviously, because I don't know why not play any of the M3s without playing the title card, which for 2 points gives you a cannon, torpedo, or missile slot on the M3. Of course, she is playing the Mangler cannon, range 1 to 3 for 4 points. When attacking, you may change 1 hit to a crit. Pretty standard, I think. There, see, some people run these with the heavy laser cannons, and I don't know. I just have a really tough time. Even the cheapest version, putting one of those guys out there with the heavy laser cannon on, I just feel like somehow for 3 hit points, it's just kind of a waste of points. So I really have a tough time with that. Next up, we got a named Z95 pilot. She's running, and that is, excuse me, Katos Lichos, I believe. 5 pilot skill. 2 attack, 2 defense, 2 hull, 2 shields with the elite missile and elicited for 15 points. At the start of the combat phase, you may remove 1 focus token from another friendly ship. That is in range 1, 2 of this. And then, basically, in this point here, this is my suggestion. I have a similar build, and she's kind of borrowing this idea and then modding to it. But I run Bodyguard on her. Or on him, rather. Yeah, whatever. Which is at the start of the combat phase, you may spend 1 focus. Select a ship at range 1 with a pilot skill that is higher than yours, and give them 1 extra agility dice. So, it's really nice. Now, what I like to do myself, and this is what these 2 ships are being flown together by my wife, is run it with my favorite man, Palab. I like to call him Pablo, though, for some reason. I don't know why. I'm just kind of weird that way. Excuse me. Palab. Pilot skill 5, 1 attack, 2 defense, 4 hull, 1 shield, an elite turret crew, and illicit slot for 20 points for a hawk. At the start of the combat phase, you may remove 1 focus from an enemy ship at range 1 to 2. So it's very good. A lot of people will target lock, just try to ignore them. So, but we were playing on him then, the Veteran Instinct, of course, which knocks that pilot skill to a 7, so that way Leech can go ahead and activate it on Palab if you want. Then we're playing Recon for 3 points, which, when you take the focus action, gives you an additional focus. So, right there alone, you can already see, basically, he can steal focus. Excuse me. Steal the focus if he needs to. And then go ahead and then Leech takes it from him, which activates bodyguard back and then gives 3 defense dice to Paolo over here because of the veteran skill kicking in. If you don't need to, you can also, we're playing the title slot card on there. Basically, so you focus do not go away from the Hawk card there. Of course, throwing a blaster turret on. Now, I did ask her about throwing a TLT on. She decided on the blaster turret, which is 3 dice, range 1 or 2, which is the range of Paolo's ability. And basically, it's kind of a weird spot because TLTs don't go to range 1, but his ability does. And then if you go the other way, like his ability doesn't go to range 3, but TLTs do. So it's kind of a weird spot thing going on. So the blaster turret was chosen for that reason. Spend a focus, of course, to shoot it. Which again, if Leech isn't nearby, or don't need to use his ability, or Leech can just use his own focus also if you want to just do that, or the one that's stolen by Paolo. But you get to 2 focus here. One can go for the turret, one you can just kind of bank if you want. So there's a lot of things you can do here. He is actually only 34 points right off this configuration. And add the stealth advice on. Excuse me, also. So if you run him in a pack with Cicero, with Pablo, with Leech, what you have is Pablo can sit out there with 4 dice, 1 from bodyguard, 1 from stealth advice, and if he's at range 3 when they take that shot at him, you know, because they don't like him, Pablo has 5 dice then, with focus on him, which is really crazy. After that, he's swiping your focus from you, and then going ahead and using it against you. So, again, that's like I said, my favorite thing to do with that. So, she was most pleased, and then kind of build her own stuff from there. I can't remember if I ever used this or not. I think I did at one point, but this is my craziness here coming into play because I am slowly repainting my ships. So, I repainted the 66 there as I call it, the pink Cadillac. I had some touch up on the front to do a little bit where I kind of carried away. The silver kind of ran, so I have to fix the front. But yeah, pink Cadillac. Driven by Morello. I believe that's how I pronounce it. Excuse me. Pilot skill 6, 3 attack, 1 defense, 6 hull, 6 shield, cannon missile, 3 crew, and the illicit upgrade on him. And he says that you can perform a secondary attack out of the front 180, which is really huge. And because of that reason, taking advantage of the heavy laser cannon for him. 7 points for attack, range 2 to 3. If you get within range, that primaries, you can become 4-2, so it's kind of like the shuttle or something like that. But yeah, immediately after rolling, you cancel all crits and turn them to hits. So there's that. And then what I believe basically the two best, if you don't have the points, really, is the outlaw attack. Who after a red maneuver, you gain 1 focus. So if he throws down his 0 and stops, locks the brakes, doesn't want to move, that's a focus. And then you have the K4 droid. When you execute a green maneuver, you may perform a free target lock. So after you get the focus here from locking up, you do 1 forward, for example, you get a target lock, and then for your action, take focus. Now, the only suggestion I had made, which she chose against, was to put a engine upgrade here. Yeah, it is what it is. Just for maneuvering, I would have thrown an engine upgrade on, just because it's a big ship, and if you want to go 1, and then you can try to swing a little bit to get that angle. So, but not my build, so maybe better. I don't know. Last ship for her 200 points. Fire spray. Yeah. Piloted by Bulba. The Scum Bulba is so good compared to the Empire version. It is just crazy good. Excuse me. Once again, Boba Fett with the 8 pilot skill, 3 attack, 2 defense, 6 hull, 4 shield, elite, cannon, bomb, crew, missile, illicit. When attacking or defending, you may reroll 1 dice for each enemy ship at range 1, which, if she's getting in the thick of things, yeah. She chose to throw the engine upgrade over here, though, so you can kind of get in there, get some angles, I assume, and use the reroll and try to dodge some arcs. So he has the boost action available to him, as well as she chose to take push the limit. So he does have 4 remaneuvers, so I mean it's not horrible by any means. And then the last one is Recon Specialist, so he gets double focus too. And just like with other ships, you can go ahead and make a tankier version for a round just by going focus and evade, and because you'll have 2 focus and 1 evade, you tank it. If you want to get right in there, you get engine boost to get a turn, perhaps like get him in their back arc or the front, kind of spin the ship, and then still take the stress to pick up the double focus. So, alright, that's my wife's team at 800. This is already a 11-minute video. Craziness. This will be a long freaking video. Maybe I can speed it up here. We're going to start with the quickie ships here first. This is my build, 200 points. So, this will be a little bit faster at the beginning here. I'm running just 2. So this guy here, and then it's always 7 is the answer. That's why it's the pilot 7. 2 Z95 bandits though, pilot skill 2. 2 attack, 2 defense, 2 hull, 2 shields with the 1 missile for 12 points. Basically, these guys are just going to act as blockers for the build here. Just to see what happens. I have played this build once against actually my wife the other night. I did reasonably well. I won after playing the time limit for an hour and a half. And, you know, what a ship. Standard blue ring. So 2 pilot skill, 3 attack, 1 defense, 3 hull, 5 shields, system, cannon, 2 torpedo for 22 points. Basically, these guys are just kind of sitting back. They're running the whole swarm thing with a pair of these, kind of coming in for the blues. Yeah, we did reasonably well. I did actually. I lost 2 pilots. One was a Z95, and the other one is this guy here. Bigs. Yeah, because I'm basically running bigs in there with the 2 blues. Basically support him. So he's running some swarm and trying to protect everybody. Standard bigs though. So 5 pilot skill, 3 attack, 2 defense, 3 hull, 2 shield, the torpedo, and other slot there. Other friendly ships at range 1 cannot be targeted if they can target bigs, which obviously brings in R2, F2. Use an action to bring up your agility by 1 for the round, and also stealth device. I considered at one point, if you could have 2, I would totally run the thrusters on this. There's not even a doubt, really. But yeah, stealth device to increase agility by another 1. And if you're at range 3, then that's 5 agility for bigs. So yeah, but he flies in the back and run a 2 blues. And then one more guy up in the corner here, which some people may have already been guessing at this point. Is this guy here? Z95 unique? Yes, it is. Mr. Aaron Crackham. Pilot skill 8, and then like in the other Z95, the 4-2 is 2 attack, 2 defense, 2 hull, 2 shield. Elite missile, 19 points. After you perform a attack, choose a friendly ship at range 1. It may perform a free action. So I'm trying to run this basically that. I didn't put a Veteran Instinct on. I actually kicked on this to try it out as the squad leader on Crackham. So you take an action and choose a ship at range 1 to 2 that has a lower pilot skill than him, and then that ship may immediately perform a free action. So basically my only fear was that, depending on what's going on, the setup of the field and so forth, was that they have a high pilot skill, they will burn down Biggs, and I'll have his green dice, and I really wanted to get him some focus. So basically after I move with Kraken near the end of the thing here, he can go ahead, pick up the stress to use experimental interface here to activate the squad leader, and then pick Biggs. Biggs will focus, and then once he attacks, he can go ahead and give somebody else another action there too. So yeah, he can focus for himself. He can focus for his ability to somebody else, and then he can use the squad leader to focus for somebody else again. So Kraken did really well for me, and basically Biggs lasted 5 turns before he could get destroyed, so that was really a lot of fun. Next up, I only have 2 pilots left. This is the second to the last is Mr. Wedge. My pilot skill 3 attack, 2 defense, 3 hull, 2 shield, elite, torpedo, astromech for 29. When attacking, he reduces agility. He's shooting that by 1. And then I actually just threw R2 on to regenerate the shields. I actually threw a shield upgrade on, because ideally I think that I want to kind of get him through the line where he needs to be. And he's going to take some shots from there, possibly even from turret. But if he breaks through, shield's coming back. That'll be, either you're going to have to engage him at that point and take your focus off of someone else, which, that swarm, that's a lot of dice if you want to engage him. Or you can go through and turn around and try to scrap on something else. I did add Predator on then, which allows you to reroll 1 dice unless your pilot skill is 2 or less, and then you can reroll 2 dice. I actually, when we played, I tested this out, I forgot Predator like 4 times of like the 8 rounds we did, 9 rounds, whatever it was. So I have no excuses for my stupidness there. Last ship, none other than the man who was in the winning team for Worlds here with Mr. Paul Poe. Poe with pilot skill 8, 3 attack, 2 defense, 3 hull, 3 shields, elite, torpedo, astromech, and then whatever the hell I forget the new one's called. When attacking and defending, if you have a focus on him, you may change 1 I result to a hit or evade. I did add the veteran instinct on Poe instead of some people are going to push the limit. The bump his pilot skill to 10. And then I, of course, included the auto thrusters as Mr. Paul did himself. So that's kind of the 2 there. The changes, though, obviously, he ran the R2, D2 on him. I'm going to run with the R5P9, where you remove a focus at the end to regenerate a shield. Just because, depending on what's going on, with Poe's ability, generally, or ideally, you wouldn't necessarily use his focus for attacking, which you're going to want to use it for defending. And if you roll, let's say, an evade and a focus, you're going to just use his ability to change it to a focus, or to an evade that way, and still have a focus on it in the turn, more often I think than not, which means you can just trigger that, and that actually helps because that leaves Poe's whole dial open to be used. If he wants to do a white maneuver, he can and still recharge a shield, unlike R2-D2. So that's my build at 200 points then for this weekend. The tournament will be on Sunday. I would say probably Monday night. I will put up a results video then. Sorry this is so long, 20 minutes, 200 points each, yeah. So signing off then, JBuzzsaw79. Thank you for watching this. Please thumbs up if you enjoyed it. To get my name pushed to the top of the list so other people can do it. And then please share the videos with others. Make any comments you feel like down below. And watch, I will have some 100-point builds and such coming up with, again, the battle report from this Sunday. Thank you for watching, and I appreciate it. Thank you.